new owner versus new social worker counselor. There's like this inevitable conclusion to this drama caused by a decision and problem solving involving misdirection and confusion during a coronavirus pandemic now. In other words, instead of a woman who's gender neutral, there's a man. After enough, and as time passes to make mathematics and logic philosophically and theoretically explain a horrific negligence now. And although the negligence doesn't have malpractice for poor, suffering, dumb and stupid, disabled humans, there's an inherent tenacity and grit within blood and bones and skin and flesh, other than a race, a culture, a diversity, and an artistic masterpiece in a conversation of therapy now. And so, a new gender arrives who's more neutral, standing taller than me, and potentially shorter, with hair and beard, dark skin, light appearance. And they use their biopsychology class notes, similar to my previous counselor who used their religious protective beliefs to control and limit and restrict and deny a freedom a human body needs, not only for a coronavirus pandemic, unfortunately, but worst of all, a human diagnosed with cancer, not cured by y'all's self and ego, emotion and mood, system and processes, and procedure you named psychiatry and psychology, behavioral neuroscience, and psychotherapy. And I'll sit in front of this human man now that there's been a game chosen similar to chess and a queen's gambit, with a king who controls appointments, a prince who has beautiful, loving mistresses, and their twisted face and their years of wisdom they got from drugs and addiction, and a degree given to them at the University of Washington, will eventually achieve an outcome they must have sought from the beginning: to silence and quiet a person who said, "I'm mildly autistic and probably going to have to commit suicide to not be followed, observed, and stimulated half to death already by your rewards of glitz and glamour, red Ferraris on car rides, and food bank deliveries. I no longer hear from a tenant, resident, who no longer screams in a hall and yells in their building about their dominance as a woman who has more friends than the pathetic, weak, dumb and bitch, rat snitch, who had to say, yes, miss, are $2 enough to buy you something so you'll stop bothering me? Are $2 okay to not be threatened and harassed from an aggression and a duality? Your friend across the hall walks every day now and says with their posture and their domination and their control with their eye contact, they want their cigarette in peace. They want what they say to everyone else when they walk outside their door. And when all else fails, bow down, hide, and wait for them to find a hallucination, sweet dessert, and large cheeseburger for their mind to enjoy now. When their awareness, their body, and their attention fall dead from heart disease and other ailments caused by obesity and diabetes, poor nutrition, and a violent, deadly temper used to sedate those who don't allow them to concentrate and focus on consciousness needed for them and their color of their emotion to have a better mood than when someone makes a video and causes a disruption in a social housing hotel house with rooms. Now,